Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is G. Is the mic on? So, if you've been following me on this channel for a while, you'll know that it's very all over the place. It's never organized. But the plan was always to get very organized after the 90 days was over, which it is now. So this is my first broadcast. That is going to be okay. It's not going to be perfectly set up, but it's not in the car. Yeah, it's not in the car, and I'm gonna try and stay focused. I haven't got a script. I'm supposed to have a script. I haven't got a script, so we're just gonna go with it. And I'm trying to do this in the way of like reintroducing myself / introducing myself to people that have just started following my channel. So I'm G. I am a woman of color and I'm a mom of 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl, and I'm also married. Now, this I don't even know why I stumbled when I said married, but it just didn't come out as easily as I wanted it to. But I'm married, and I've been married for a long time, more than 10 years. So I come with a lot of experience about different things. I am a polymath and an what's the other one? Oh, I'm also perimenopausal, so I don't remember a lot of things and I forget basic words on a minute by minute basis. I wanted to do something cute today because it was Friday. So I did this for work and I really like it. Yeah, this hairstyle is some sort of, what's it called? Mohawk? Oh, mohawk. Oh my goodness, perimenopause. It's not a muzzle. Mullet. Oh my god, I've got a mullet. But I got Magdalene Adams, hairdresser extraordinaire, to do it in such a way that I can still, style it differently. Anyway, it's a mullet, 2 colors. Yep. So, yes, I'm a polymath and a multi-potentialite. That's the word I'm trying to look for. And for a few years now, I've been practicing being a lot more focused in general about things, which is good when I have like a routine or when I have like a script to use and stuff. What else do I want to say? I'm a chartered accountant, and for the longest time I was trying to get out of it, but I'm still a chartered accountant, ACCA, well, FCCA. I'm a fellow, and it's a career that it wasn't my first choice. I wanted to be a dancer. And my dad said, nobody's going to come watch when you're 50. I was 15 at the time. And now that I'm approaching 50, oh my God, that sounds odd. I'm 46. I'm going back to dance. I am going back to dance, but after I do some other things first. It's on my to-do list. So this YouTube journey was initially to do the 90 days where I got made redundant in July last year, and I wanted to chart whatever came afterwards. But I'd always wanted to do YouTube. I've always wanted to do YouTube since I think just before COVID. And then COVID happened, and a friend of mine that's like in media asked if I'd be a panelist on one of his on his first like talk show kind of thing, and I'll be in my own home or whatever, so I was quite comfortable. So I said, yeah, sure, fine. So I did do that, and that really boosted my confidence quite a lot. It was the same guy that filmed my Mary J. Blige video, tribute video from when I turned 40. So I trusted him a lot, and it was a great experience. It helped me to realize that I actually know a lot of stuff, like random stuff, and that I have an opinion on anything, And also, I kind of knew I was fearless, but it kind of confirmed that I was fearless because I am. And I can talk about anything. I'm not ashamed of anything. And nothing really embarrasses me. In fact, the only thing I'm very mindful of is to make sure, especially with YouTube and social media in general, that I'm sharing my story. I'm sharing what I want to share, not other people's stories or like people really close to me, you know. So, but also my aim, another aim of mine was to try and use this to build something that my kids could look at. I lost my mom when I was 11, and I know for sure that that shaped the kind of person I am. And there's a lot of stuff I don't know about her. And I don't want my kids growing up to not know a lot of stuff about their mom. Because I know how many times I would climb into some sort of deep hole where I just go on a tangent, like thinking, oh, what would my mom have thought about this or about that, whatever. I did have a stepmother, but we didn't get on. And that's fine. Some things are not made to work. And but she, you know, the few things she taught me via how she lived or what she said, I've taken on board. And one thing about me is I learn from every single woman that I've come across, either good or bad. I've learned. And my number one woman icon fan is Auntie Fumi. Sorry, it's Fumi de Salvivold, Auntie Fumi. Her picture is right here next to me, so I can see her. It's from when I went to her meet and greets this year. And no, not this year, last year. And yeah, I need to have her there. I've learned a lot of what I know. I'd say 40% of what I know as a wife and a mom and a woman, I probably learned from her. And funny enough, most of it was kind of like indirect, like not indirect, like in reverse order, because they're things that I've gone through, but I only got them confirmed that they were the right things or right way to feel or whatever after she said it. But I love her. Everyone that knows me know I love her. I talk about her all the time. I met her at the meet and greet 3 days after I was made redundant. So it was just surreal. She still hasn't got around to seeing my card and what I wrote in it. But I know, well, she's called me. As some of you may know, she called me last year because she has my number. I have a number. We WhatsApp and stuff. And she sends voice notes and videos and it's great. But I haven't met her in person again, like one-to-one yet. So I'm really looking forward to that. So she's been a massive guiding light for me. And she always used to say, like, she started YouTube at 45. And I remember sitting on my desk the day before I got made redundant when she was talking about, if you're going to do YouTube, it's a lot of work and you have to like post every day and da-da-da-da-da. And I remember thinking like, please, every day. That was a lot kind of thing, even though I knew I wanted to do YouTube. When I was actually leaving my job before the one I got made redundant at, one of the last things I said was, catch me on YouTube. I will be on YouTube, like doing something. But I didn't know what it was, but I knew I wanted to do it. I feel like I do have a lot of experience to share. I have a lot of different situations, but essentially I'm a girl's girl. I'm a woman's woman. I want to use my experiences to show or to help other women and potentially men to understand that there's not one way to be a woman. There's different ways to be a woman, and you can be a mom of 57 kids and have 55 husbands, but you're still you, and there's still a girl in you that needs to be nourished and flourished and taken care of, if that makes sense. What else about me? I can't think of anything else. But I am a Christian, and my faith in God, which was always there even before I became a Christian, I used to be a Muslim, was, when I say I used to be a Muslim, I was raised Muslim. I don't think I was a proper Muslim. I, in the last few months since July, my faith in God has gone from, I thought my faith in God was great. I thought it was like 50, 60, 70% most of the time. But when I look at it in the grand scheme of the wilderness season that I went through last year, my faith was this. But now it's huge. So me and God were like this. And there's something that Auntie Fumi said in her video, was it yesterday or today, when she's talking about Prince Charles, not King Charles, sorry, and Meghan Markle or whatever. She was saying like, don't mess with God's chosen people, sort of thing. And is that thing of like, touch not my anointed, whatever. So if someone is very close to God and trusts God, then yeah, don't mess with them, basically. And there's a kind of confidence that comes with it that is hard to explain. You just kind of like, you're like, okay, whatever will be, if it's God's will, it's God's will. So I'm very about a lot of things. I don't take things to heart too much. But one thing that will get me really angry is any sort of injustice, any kind of unfairness. I don't like, especially towards women and girls, then towards children, and then towards old people, and then maybe animals. Anyway, so that's that. What else have I talked about? I don't know, but we'll see. So one thing I wanted to do also as part of this, when I do have a script going, is to use these cards. For some reason, this stupid jumper, right? I thought, let me look cute. This jumper, it just gets itchy. And I don't know if it's the jumper or if it's the perimenopause. Because perimenopause, I'll do an episode on that separately. Anyway, I've got this card called the And this says Self Edition. I want to say I used to be impulsive, so like I'd see something and I'll get it straight away. And I'm trying to stop that because I ain't got no monies. I'm trying to save money, so I'm trying not to spend too much money. But I bought this ages ago. Oh, by the way, I'm in my woman cave. Yes. I'm in my woman cave. Apart from being a chartered accountant, I'm in the process of launching a business, which is about creating bespoke spaces for women. So I'm currently in my woman cave. I've barricaded that door so the kids can't come in. I can hear one of them crying because it's bedtime, but daddy's on bedtime duty today, so it's fine. So I've got a divider, which is a picture of a lovely beachfront there. I need to get a bigger one. And that side that's like kind of like I used to call it my mountaintop. You know how in the Bible, in the Old Testament, when Moses will go up to go and talk to God, that's kind of like my mountaintop. Or sometimes, but most of the time I just go there, I just sit there and I just put some candles on. I've got 5 lamps in this room, apart from the actual lights, the ceiling light, which I hate. I love lamps. And towards there is my makeup. My makeup table is over there. My other PC's here. And my laptop and screens are here. So when I work from home, this is where I work from home. All my books are here. And they have there's different sections. There's self-help. I think all the spiritual stuff is moving over there next to my area over there. But I haven't finished this room to how I want it to look. It's halfway there. And by halfway, I mean that chair is clear. I need it clear at all times so I can come in here and sit down. So on the days I'm not doing childcare, even if I'm doing childcare, when I'm done for the day, or I just need a moment, I make sure I come in here and I sit down for a bit. Just 10 minutes, look out of the window. It's like a loft room, so it's got slanted walls, and I just look out the window. And on the days when I don't want to go out for a walk, I've got my like green wall, like what do you call it? Yeah, it's just leaves and stuff on there, and I've stuck like whiteboard stuff, and you start writing my plans on there and stuff. And next to it, in the corner behind this lamp, there's like a little biblical card that just says a scripture that says commit your plans to the Lord. That verse is on there. Up here I've got Proverbs 3:5-6, Proverbs 3 verse 5-6. I've got Proverbs 31:25 there, and I've got just a general reminder there in that corner there. There's like happy moments, praise God. Difficult moments, seek God. Quiet moments, worship God. Painful moments, trust God. And every moment, thank God. And finally, for my woman cave, there's that wall sticker or something. I can't remember. A decal, I think they call it. And that one is something that I got. I believe I had to look for it online, but I got it because there was a series of events that led me to realize that I was always waiting for someone else, i.e. my husband, to compliment me when I thought I looked really good. When I wouldn't compliment myself, it's like, for some reason, I wouldn't validate how beautiful I look unless he said something. And I was like, what is your problem? Have you forgotten who you are? So I got that and I stuck it up there. And it's basically a reminder of everything I am, but with scripture. And the pictures is a black woman blowing bubble gum with butterflies all over her. And also that's what I wish my hair would look like, if it would listen to me and grow properly. What's happening? Okay. The thing said downloading update. I don't know what that means. But, so it is, you are created, you're beautiful, amazing, always loved, enough, victorious, capable, strong, chosen, and never alone. Because also, that's the other thing I was feeling in my marriage at the time, was unbelievably lonely. Being married can be one of the loneliest places to be sometimes. But anyway, I'll talk about that another time. The other thing is, as another reminder, I've got a massive tattoo here. There we go. Which is a black woman with the biggest afro ever, with red lipstick and a crown. I need to get some more jewels on her crown. But I was screaming so much at the tattoo parlor, we had to stop. And it's got the initials of my children. Their names both start with a J. So I've got JJ on either side of the afro. And at the bottom, it says Omoba. And Omoba means the child of the king, the king's child. And so if I can't see that, or if I can't remember it in my mind, I see this all the time. I remind myself whose I am. And then for my 46th birthday this year, after the wilderness I'd been through last year, I knew I was going to get tattoos, because whenever I'm really stressed out, I scratch here. Like, I scratch it until it's like red raw on both sides. So I knew I needed to put something there to stop me from doing that. And I've been thinking of doing it for like a year. So I finally did this. So that was my birthday present to myself. And so on this bit, it says, trust God. Because this is the first place I go to when anything feels like it's a bit off track or whatever. And then this one, it says, be brave. That's the second thing on there. Who's there? Okay. So, I thought it was one of the children's coming to say something. So yeah, so that's that. I don't like getting tattoos. I actually don't like needles. And this hurt like hell. I screamed the place that at some point I kind of ran out of steam. But yeah. What else? I love makeup, I love hair, I call it doing drag, honestly. So like today, this is basic drag. So if I'm going out, it'll be like, full drag. And then if I'm going to work Monday to Thursday, it's medium drag. Anyway, that's that. What else about me? Yeah, I'm training to be, like I said, I'm trying to launch a business, which is like interior design slash creating bespoke spaces, woman caves and stuff. Every time I tell people I've got a woman cave, they're like, what do you mean? Like a cave? I'm like, yeah, exactly what a man's cave would be, but, or man cave, whatever they call it, but for women. So it's got everything I need in here. Now, I want to finish this video off with this cards where I'm going to pick a random one and I ask myself a question and I'm shuffling it now and we'll see. So I'm going to pick from the top. That's it there. Okay. So it says, describe what it would feel like. Describe what it would feel like to accomplish a lifelong dream of mine. Wow. Lifelong dream. So when I did my Mary J. Blige video, that was a lifelong dream. I've always wanted to do a music video. So that was, and it was also the scariest thing I'd ever done. And based on that one video, I'll never slag off any music video, because oh my goodness. So I did accomplish that. So I can describe what that felt like. That felt like, it felt like I could do anything. It literally made me think, if I could do that, I can do anything. Sorry, let me rephrase. If I could do that and survive, I can do anything. Now, my new dream, which I've actually finally got myself to do vision boards, because I hate doing vision boards, but I finally done one for my business thing, because on the course they make you do one. And my lifelong dream now is to fulfill a value of mine. My number one value is making a difference every single day, making a difference, especially to women. So it would be to actually have a thriving business, creating spaces like this for women, for them to have their own sanctuary. It doesn't have to be a room. It could just be a corner of the house, just allowing women to get back to who they really are, their true essence. And by me helping them to get there somehow, that's my current lifelong dream. This might change tomorrow, because it's kind of like I have a few dreams I want to accomplish, but that would be to be able to help somebody, a woman, to just, achieve their full potential, I guess. By me actually doing something, not just talking to them, but actually doing something for them and showing them what they can have. Right, I'm going to do one more. So I'm going to take this other, I don't know why I've put them into two piles, but this is another one. Okay, from the top. Oh, what is it? Is that better? Right. It says, when was the last time I did something that surprised me? Describe the moments leading up to it. Why did I do it? The last thing I did that surprised me was starting to vlog on YouTube, or whatever it's called. Vlogcast, I prefer. That's the last time I did something that surprised me and scared the living daylights out of me. The moments leading up to it was redundancy, my third redundancy. And it just made me think, do you know what? Life is too short. Just do it. So, yes. So I'd say get the and is really good. There's a self edition. I also have the friends edition, and I have the couples edition, because I bought the whole pack, and I have the family edition, which I actually haven't opened because I bought this before I had my second child. So it's quite nice that I'll do that when she's a little bit older, and that'll be our family whatever. By old, I mean like a few months' time, because again, life is too short. So I hope this has been a bit more pleasant to listen to and to watch. It's a lot less scatty. I haven't decided yet what topics I'm going to do, but like I said, I'm going to try and create this channel in a way where everything is in set playlists, sort of. Because when I had she a life coach, career coach / life coach a few years ago, she was able to show me that I tend to describe my life in terms of cups. You know how people say they have plates spinning in the air? For me, it's cups. So I kept saying 5 cups. So I'm going to kind of try to channel I'm going to try to talk about my life experience, or my thoughts and ideas or whatever based on those cups, and talk about what I've done, what I've learned, and yeah, because I feel like I do have a unique lens in terms of, I came to this country, I live in the UK, I came to this country when I was 16, and oh my god, it's 30 years this year since I came here. And yeah, I've never really kind of like paused long enough to reflect back on everything, all my achievements, all my not so great experiences. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry it's a little bit long, and I am doing this on a budget. So apart from this fancy mic that I got, which has moved, I already have enough lamps, so I don't need lights, but I do have lights when I did the talk show. And this would be a more sedate way of talking and sharing, because I'm not being distracted by things I'm seeing outside the car. Yes, so thank you for listening. This has been very English perimenopause, honestly. It's been a long time coming, and I'm glad I've done it. I did not plan to do this today, but I'm so happy I've done it, and I need to do it regularly, and so when the episode is going to drop. There's still not going to be much editing because I haven't learned all the YouTube stuff yet. But yeah, thank you and welcome to the Makita Project, which is what I'm going to be calling this going forward. I'm G Vizzle. Have a wonderful weekend.